Hello, good evening. Let's see how much of a delay there is. Who do we have here? Hi Caroline. One of the first ones in again. Very good. I don't know if you get an extra point for that though. Hello Julie, good. Let's see who else is coming in. I don't want to give you an unfair start. Hi Beverly. Hi Linda again, and Ray. So I hope you've got your pens and paper ready. And Sandy again, and of course Julie, lovely Julie Craft, thank you. So what we're going to do, I'm going to do it as 5 questions, then I'll give you the 5 answers, and then you can keep your own scores, see how you do with that. We've got 30 questions in total, and the last 10 are a bit of miscellaneous ones. And I've also got a bit of an overview of the new practice procedures, a little bit clearer now. We've been working a little bit this week. So, oh, you haven't got a lot of competition at the moment, have you? 5, 6, 7. I think we'll give it another minute. And I hope you're all keeping well, enjoying the sunshine. We spent the day inside, unfortunately, doing this and trying to get more of the practice stuff up and running, ready for working again. And my mum's here. Hello, Margaret. So, are you ready? I can tell you're obviously very, very excited about this. Here we go. It's magic weather, it is, Julie. Hi, Abby. That's Abby as well. Lovely. So, we've got the Lockdown Live quiz. Just a few things going to go over from all the previous 9 weeks. Can you believe we're in week 10 already? Are you ready? We'll do, like I say, we'll do 5 questions first, and then we'll do the answers. So, question number 1. Oh, there we are, little quiz overlay. Not getting fancy with these. Is there, by the way, before I start, is the sound okay? Because I know the fan's on, trying to keep the computer cool. Hello, Trudy. That's particularly for you. Is the sound okay, Trudy? I know there's a slight delay on here, so I'll just see if I'll get a reply. Fab sound. Thank you, Julie. I've hung the microphone here, so it's not picking up, hopefully, on the fan. Good, thanks, Linda. Awesome. Right, I hope you're ready. Here we go. Question number 1. Let me just move this here. What are the 3 components of the triad of health that we use as a model for treatment? The 3 components. And just write those down yourselves, don't pop them in the comments yet. I think you can have a point for each on those. Oh good, Trudy, thank you. So question number 2. We'll just do 5 and then we'll go through the answers. Question number 2, topical obviously. What are 3 symptoms of the COVID-19 infection? Just 3, and you can take your pick there. Don't put them on there, Bev, you'll give it away. Go write them down on a piece of paper. You need to keep your own counsel. Question number 3. Can you name 3 healthy fermented foods beginning with K? 3 healthy fermented foods beginning with K. Okay. Question number 4. This is a follow-on to last week because I don't think anybody actually answered it. Who is this and from which universe is she? I'd like to see some of you getting this one right. Hi Micheline. I think that's how I pronounce it. That's okay. We're on the first 4 questions now. They're all up there. So just write them down on a piece of paper. We'll see. We'll go over the answers after the first 5 questions. So on question 4 here now. Who is this and from which universe is she? Let's see who gets that one. Hi, me and Simon Blair. Simon will definitely know this one then. Got question 4. That's for him. Question 5. What is the sleep signalling hormone called? A little clue there. It's the one that is affected by light. The sleep signalling hormone. So, I know there's a slight delay, so when you're caught up, just give me a little nod in the comments and I'll start the answers even. Okay, are you caught up yet? I'm ready, thank you Julie. I think I've got about a minute or so delay on here, so it's quite strange waiting for it. Nod, 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 lovely, good, good, good. Okay, so I'm going to just remove the other questions there. 2, 3, 4 and 5. So answer 1, the 3 components of the triad of health are of course the chemical, the emotional, mental and the structural. So Bev, yeah, the 3 you put earlier, that's definitely acceptable. You're going to have a point each for those. So you've got those right, you can have a point there. Nice easy one to start with, I hope. Question number 2 was the 3 of the symptoms of COVID-19 infection, and the answer, you can have any of those, any 3 of those. Fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath or difficulty breathing, fatigue, muscle or body aches, headache, new loss of taste or smell, sore throat, congestion or runny nose, nausea or vomiting and diarrhea. They're not so common, but they have been reported. So that's answer number 2. You need 3 of those. So let's lose question 2 and answer 2. Question 3. The 3 healthy foods, fermented foods beginning with a K. I'm sure you've all got this. I hope so. Kimchi, kefir and kombucha. Nice easy one, I hope. And let's get rid of question 3. Question 4 was, who is this and from which universe is she? So this, I used it as an example last week from the autoimmune one, when the immune system goes rogue, and she is Rogue, and from the X-Men, and she's from the Marvel Comics universe, from Marvel Comics. There we go. I see Simon and Tammy are here, and I'm sure Simon would have got that. And so question number 5, let's lose Rogue. Lose answer 5, 4 even. And question number 5. What is the sleep signalling hormone? The one that's affected by light. Sleep signalling hormone is, of course, melatonin. Well done. How did you get on with the first 5? You got any scores coming in there? Any tot-ups? Eight. Oh, it's good going, Julie. All correct. Well done, Linda. Very good. Even Rogue as well. I'm very impressed. That's good. Miss Kombucha. Dr. Wentz. Dear me. 10 points for you and Mike together. Well done, Sandy. 3.5. Okay. 6. I blame Harry for the ones we got wrong. Well, of course you do, Abby. Tammy and Simon, 10. Very, very good. Pretty good going. Okay. Question 6. Last week we talked about autoimmune disease, and I know there's over 80 names. We talked about that. Can you name 4 of the 15 we discussed? Just 4 of them. But it's got to be the ones that we discussed last week. Looking for food. Yeah, sorry. I guess that's acceptable. 4 of the 15 that we discussed last week. You can't have random ones. So, question 7. What does CBD stand for? Which we talked about, I think it was about 3 weeks ago. CBD, what does it stand for? Question number 8. What is the illegal psychoactive portion of the cannabis plant called? The bit we're not promoting. What is that part called? The initials are okay. You don't have to spell the whole thing itself, that's acceptable. If you can spell the whole thing out itself, then, well, I think an extra point can be given then. So, question number 9. Is driving to Barnard's Castle considered a viable option to test one's eyesight? Very important to know these things. I might need to, or Judy will know about this, working for the opticians. She'll be able to get this right, I'm sure. And question number 10. Which hormone starts to decrease the most dramatically with menopause? What's the main one that seems to decrease? I've just seen a couple of the comments come up here. I love this. Dr. John Wentz is a chiropractor from America. Great guy. Very funny. Of course not. I can't imagine which answer you're referring to there, Micheline. So give me a nod when you're ready for the answers for these 5. Any nods yet? Ready? Thank you, Abby. Ready? Good. Okay, I'll get rid of some of these questions then. We'll do it this way. We'll lose 7. 8, 9 and 10. So you can have any of these 15. Okay, so answer 6, any of these. You can have rheumatoid arthritis, type 1 diabetes, myasthenia gravis, Sjogren's disease, psoriasis or psoriatic arthritis, multiple sclerosis, lupus, systemic lupus erythematosus, SLE, inflammatory bowel disease, Addison's disease, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's, autoimmune vasculitis, celiac disease, pernicious anemia, and of course autoimmune hepatitis. Hashtag Sandy's story, which if you haven't seen it is on the YouTube channel. So any 4 of those will give you a point each, I think, on that. I'm feeling very, very generous. Okay. Let's lose that and lose question 6. Question 7. Oops. Question 7. What does CBD stand for? Quite an easy one, I think. CBD stands for cannabidiol. So that was the one we talked about a few weeks ago, which was working on the endocannabinoid system. It helps to balance all sorts of things. Okay. Question 8 was, what is the illegal psychoactive portion of the cannabis plant called? And extra point if you've got the full spelling of this, but you can get a point just for the initials. The initials are THC, tetrahydrocannabinol. Question number 9. Now this is a tough one. Is driving to Barnard Castle considered a viable option to test one's eyesight? I think the answer to this apparently is it depends on who you are. Okay, that made me chuckle anyway. And question number 10. Question number 10 was which hormone starts to decrease the most dramatically with menopause? And that was, of course, estrogen. So, a little tot up again. See where you're at now, where the leaderboard is. Let me know when you're ready to embark on the next phase. Seven, that's pretty good. Oh, Beverly, well done. Very impressive. Eight and 8, 16 in total. Oh, very solid there, Julie. Is it 1 point for each group? Yes, Linda, I think we got one for each one. 14 so far, we're ready. Right. Okay, some good scores coming in there. We've got 4. Oh, Abby, I spoke too soon, sorry. But I'm sure you're going to pick up in a minute. Question 11. How many hours sleep should we optimally be getting? How many hours sleep should we optimally be getting? Question 12. What type of arthritis is associated with pitted fingernails? I think remember that from last week. I'll give you a clue. Pitted fingernails. Question 13. What is the first stage of digestion? The first stage. Question 14. Phoebe Hart was offering free online yoga sessions a couple of weeks ago. What type of yoga was she offering? Was it Hatha yoga, Iyengar yoga, or very, very bendy yoga? And if you've seen Phoebe in action, she is amazingly bendy. It's incredible. And question 15. Where is 90% of the body's serotonin made? 90% of the body's serotonin. So let me know when you're ready for the answers. Oh, the scores there. 17 from Linda, well done. Linda and Ray. 9 from Irene. So we're stacking up some numbers. Right, give me a nod when you're ready for some answers. We'll lose 12. We'll lose 13. We'll lose 14. Just about. And then we'll lose 15. Give me a nod when you're ready for answer to 11. Ready? Thank you, Tammy. Good. Nod, nod. Lovely. Thanks, Jack. So, quite an easy one. I think we all know this, hopefully. How many hours should we be getting optimally? We should be getting 8 hours optimally. That's what we want. That's what we're aiming for. But we need to give ourselves obviously a little bit extra time to schedule for that 8. So you probably need to schedule 8.5 to 9 hours put aside for it. So, and oh, I'm going to hurry up apparently from Julie. Dear. Right. Okay. So answer number. Question 12. What type of arthritis is associated with pitted fingernails? That is, of course, psoriatic arthritis, where you get the indentations along the fingernails. There's a bit of a clue that might be going on. So, answer number what was that? Yes, answer number 13 was the first stage of digestion, and answer number 13 is the cephalic stage, when you're thinking about eating. That's where it starts. That's where digestion will stimulate the hydrochloric acid in the stomach to get produced via the vagus nerve. So the first part is actually thinking about eating, first stage of digestion. Well done if you got that one. And number 14. What type of yoga was Phoebe offering? Definitely very bendy yoga, but it was Hatha yoga. She was offering last Saturday. So that, and then number 15. Where is 90% of the body's serotonin made? So hopefully that's a fairly simple one. 90% is made in the gut. That's why we need our good fermented foods. We need all those good probiotics in there. We need to be looking after our gut. We need to be avoiding the alcohol, the sugar, the white foods, processed foods. We need to be having more whole foods just to get the gut working better. And then 90% of serotonin, happy hormone, sleep hormone, vital. Good. Okay, so that's another 5. So quick toss up time. Points wise, how you doing? We've got another 5 questions of the of these ones. Then we've got the miscellaneous round. And 4 wrong in that lot. Oh, Beverly. 3. Oh, Linda, that's a surprise. I thought you were racing to the summit to be crowned. Oh, Tammy and Simon 18. Oh, they're racing up that leaderboard there, I think. So, question 16 then. Let's go. What are the two main stages of sleep called? And you can have an extra point each for knowing what the letters stand for. The two main stages of sleep, what are they called? Question 17. For an ant or bee sting, what's the best course of action? Is it vinegar or lemon juice? Or limo juice, as I put there apparently. Is it sodium bicarbonate? Or is it jump around and mutter expletives? Which I'm sure nobody would do. Number 18. Is fibromyalgia considered an autoimmune disease? Is fibro considered an autoimmune disease? Number 19. What is the name of the chemical that actually produces sleepiness? Is it A, aldosterone, B, adenosine, C, angiotensin, or D, sleepy juice? And question number 20. What common chemical competes for the same binding site? Common chemical competes for the same binding site. And let me know when you're ready and I'll hop those answers up. Okay, let's lose number 17, 18, 19 and 20. So the first one for answer 16. We're ready? Good, thanks Beverly. The two main stages of sleep, what are they called? And an extra point knowing what the letters stand for. So REM and NREM, which is rapid eye movement, and non-rapid eye movement, which is the deep delta sleep. Question number 17. Losing answer number 16. Question number 17. For an ant or bee sting, what is the best course of action? A, vinegar or lemon juice. B, sodium bicarb. C, jumping around and mutter expletives. It is B, sodium bicarb. Alkali for bee stings and ant stings, and acid for wasp stings. So that'll be your vinegar and your lemon juice. C is optional. So, question 18. Is fibromyalgia considered an autoimmune disease? No, because it doesn't actually cause inflammation. It's associated with lots of autoimmune diseases, but it isn't actually an autoimmune disease of its own accord. And question 19. The name of the chemical that actually produces sleepiness? Aldosterone, adenosine, angiotensin, or sleepy juice? It is obviously sleepy juice. No, it is adenosine, which is cleaved from that ATP molecule, which is our energy molecule, adenosine triphosphate. It's cleaved off there, increases in the blood, makes us sleepier. The more energy we expend. Again, lovely little feedback loop. And question 20. What common chemical competes for the same binding site? And I think you should get this one. That will be caffeine, which is why we don't really want caffeine if we want to get to sleep. So why people have it after the end of a meal? Probably not too helpful, not for sleep anyway. Okay, so that's the first 20. Let me know if you're ready for the quick fire, what should we call it, pop culture references that we've mentioned so far. And how are we doing on that? Oh, thanks Jack, yeah, 3, okay. Any other scores in on that one? 3 out of 5, that's not bad. Carry on 3, that's pretty good. 3 again, it's consistent, Ginny. 3, Linda, yeah, that's not bad. And that was some tougher ones on there, to be fair. 17 in total, all 4, Abby. Ooh. Charlie, you've got total 22. 20. Oh, I think you've taken the lead again, Linda. Tammy and Simon. Oof. Bit of work to do. Right, okay, so question 21. Who sang Hello Darkness My Old Friend? I think that was back in the sleep module, wasn't it? 22. Which writer penned the following quote? A ruffled mind makes a restless pillow. 23. Who sang The Heat Is On? That was from the menopause one. The Heat Is On. 24. Who sang The Heat of the Moment? We also had that for the menopause one. And 25. What Shakespeare play was this awesome line from? Sleep that knits up the ravelled sleeve of care, the death of each day's life saw labour's bath, balm of hurt minds, great nature's second course, chief nourisher in life's feast. I love that quote. I think it was great for the sleep lockdown that we did. Okay, let me have a little nod when you're ready for those answers. So I'm just going to lose some of those questions. Lose 22. We'll lose 23. We'll use 24. And sadly we'll lose 25. Oh, Julie Craft total 22 as well as Linda. Oh, really well done. You snuck up there. Ready for the answers? Give me a nod. Nod, thanks Beverly. So, Hello Darkness My Old Friend, Simon and Garfunkel. And I'm sure you've all got that one right. And question 22. Oh, let's lose. This is write a pen the following quote. A ruffled mind makes a restless pillow. Answer 22 is, of course, Charlotte Bronte. There we go, Charlotte Bronte. There we go. And question 23. Who sang The Heat Is On? It was Glenn Frey from Beverly Hills Cop. Question 24 was who sang Heat of the Moment? That was Asia. Question 25. Fabulous Shakespeare quote. That was Macbeth, Act 2, Scene 2. If you've got the act in the scene, then you can definitely get another point. And let's lose those. Right, last 5. This could separate the wheat from the chaff. Looking tough at the top there. Give me a nod when you're ready for the last 5. 4. That's not bad, Jax. 2. Oh, Beverly. Ready? Okay. Number 26. Emma, a few weeks ago, she suggested 2 places to get a low tog duvet from. Where were they? Where are those 2 places? 21 in total, Beverly. Oh, that's good. 20 in total. Oh, it's very tight. The last few questions. No more obscure 80s tunes, please. Tammy, please. There is no other decade. Question 27. Who said the best cure for insomnia is to get a lot of sleep? Wise words. These all been mentioned in the previous lockdowns though. Question 28. Which modern rapper rapped this line? A sabre that Darth Vader with arthritis at a bar fight. That's my rapping, that was. I do recall when we mentioned this one first time round that Beverly said that her son would be impressed because he got that one in there. Question 29. Where were we supposed to be going on holiday to last month? But didn't. See how much you've been paying attention now. And finally, question 30. Who looks best in PPE? So let's lose some of those. 27, 28, 29, 30. We'll definitely lose that. So you ready for the answers? You off. You've won, Tammy. So Emma suggested Argos and Marks and Spencer, just in case you didn't know what those places were. That's the hardest question yet. Well, Caroline, you know, tough at the top. M&S and Argos, they're the two she suggested. I'm sure they're available elsewhere, but they're the ones that Emma was telling us about. 27. The best cure for insomnia is a lot of sleep. Answer 27 was W.C. Fields. And there we go. W.C. Fields. 20. That was 27, wasn't it? Yep. So 28. A sabre that's Darth Vader with arthritis at a bar fight. Definitely down with the young kids. 28 is Eminem. Eminem. There we go. Apparently. And 29. Where were we supposed to go on holiday last month? It was supposed to be Agadir in Morocco. Pictures look nice though. And number 30, who looks best in PPE? Oh, answer, it failed to load. Who would have thought? So, have a tot up. Let me know your final totals. Who is going to be the lockdown king or queen? Sweet. Oh, it looks it, Julie. Three, that's not bad, Jackie, because they were a little bit random. What was your total, Jackie? Oh, Tammy, flunked at the last hurdle. Oops. 24, Linda, wow. Consistent all the way through there. 25, Julie. Oh, and Beverly as well. Oh. Anybody up more than 25? 24, happy so close. There Any more than 25? Voted Julie on the last one. Well, fair enough. Well, in that case, between Julie and Beverly, if nobody got more than 25, let's have a quick tie break. Demand Stewart's inquiry, Tammy and Simon. So, quick tie break. What are how many of the 6 sustainers of inflammation can you type? You can pop them in the box. There's 6 things we've mentioned quite frequently which will sustain that inflammatory response. How many of those 6 can you get? Let me know when you've got them, you two. Do you get a point for voting you in Pope? Fastest finger, let me know when you've got as many as you think. Out of the 6. You can have either one for PPE, Linda. I thought you went Pope, I thought it was quite funny. Either or is absolutely, there's no right or wrong answer on that one, because it failed to load. So, the 6 main things that will sustain the inflammatory response. We've mentioned probably every week so far. So those who've got 25, let me know when you've got your 6 answers, or as close as you can. You got 4 of them, Julie, okay. And let's put those down. So, they're the foods. Okay, I see where you've gone there. Right, this is the list of the ones that we normally mention each week. The 6 sustainers. And oh, will that come up? Oh, it has. Came straight up. Foods, infections, toxicity, sleep, stress, and obesity. So foods. Well, you certainly can have foods. Stress. Well, that's foods and stress. What were you all for, Julie? You've got the common foods there: alcohol, sugar, gluten, dairy. Ah. And Julie, what was yours? Oh, she's gone quiet. Well done, everybody. Thank you for taking part. I think that was pretty good. Just wanted to quickly just go over again. We've started seeing patients this week, and everyone's been fantastic about the new procedures we've had to put in. Oh, hang on, we've got a late from there. Wheat, dairy, stress and sugar. You both got 2. In that case, you got foods and stress. You both had the same. I think we have to crown you both queens of lockdown. So yeah, some patients this week, and everyone's been really, really good about it. We've had some good feedback, so thank you for that. I'll let you know what actually happens now. When you book an appointment, there's an appointment confirmation email will get triggered straight away. It will get sent to you. For example, something like that. Thanks for booking your appointment, blah, 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 blah. And the second part of that, so it gives you all the details of it. So we're not handing over cards so much then. And they're the new protocols. That will get sent to you in the first email. 2 days before your appointment, you'll get a reminder email. You probably can't read all that, it's quite small, but essentially it was making sure that you knew about the new procedures. If you don't need it, or if you're ineligible due to shielding, being over 70 with underlying health conditions, or if you've got active COVID symptoms or been with somebody from the last 2 weeks after COVID symptoms, then I'm afraid we can't treat you at this moment, but we certainly will as soon as we can. There will be a link you can click here to cancel that appointment. There's a link there if you think the telehealth could be helpful, and that will be in the reminder. But the important part of that, there will be a form on there that says triage, consent and update. Triage, update and consent. All in one form. You fill that out and that will come straight back into your notes on our system, and we're going to see then, to make sure that you are eligible still for treatment, and then we've got all your update notes, because 5 minutes at the beginning of an appointment when we normally talk about what's going on, that will be done via email. 5 minutes at the end of the appointment, that will also be done via email. I'll send that back to you after the appointment. So currently we're unable to see any of you with active symptoms of COVID-19, temperature, new persistent dry cough, shortness of breath, unusual fatigue, loss of sense, smell and taste. If you've been in contact with anyone with those symptoms over the last 2 weeks, if you've been diagnosed with it over the last 2 weeks, anyone's been advised to shield, anybody who is in the same household as somebody shielding, those over 70 with underlying health conditions, including but not limited to diabetes, heart disease, COPD, other respiratory illness, including asthma and the immune suppressed. So I'm afraid at the moment we can't see those categories of people. We triage everyone before the appointment via that email system as well, and we're doing that. No sound. Thank you, Bev. I don't know why. Well, I had everything written on there anyway. All the waste that's created, it's double bagged, it's left out. Yeah, thanks. Double bagged and left outside for 72 hours. But all this is on the email anyway, which hopefully everybody had. And practice procedures, I'll put this on the Facebook page anyway. And asking you to wear a face covering, obviously we do as well. Don't enter until 5 minutes before your designated treatment time, then come in, wash your hands. Please be punctual, because it's going to be really important to make sure the social distancing, we've got a gap between patients, and we've got mandatory aeration time between appointments. Got to have at least 20 minutes aeration in this room. We might be using a second room, remember that's on the go at the moment. Only one person in the practice at a time, unless you're accompanying a minor or a vulnerable adult, and anybody else can pass them to wait in the car. Treatment times limited to 20 minutes, as we said, because 15 minutes to 20 minutes, anything more than that is deemed at risk, social distancing wise. Obviously we'll be much closer than 2 meters apart, so we have to try and limit that time to avoid infection there. Please wear appropriate clothing that allows us to assess you without removing anything, and we're trying not to handle cash, so backs or checks. Julie's got a funky scanner thing now that she can just scan a check without touching it, and it's, we can't get everything right, we're doing the best we can. And finally, to everybody who's supported us through these last 10 weeks, 9 weeks, however long it's been, thank you very much. It's been great seeing you all sort of on social media and coming to these lockdowns things, and we really appreciate it, and we're looking forward to phasing back into some sort of work. There are lots of changes. It's a different way of working, it's a different way of being for all of us, but I hope you all stay safe, and I really do hope to see you in reality as soon as we possibly can. So I haven't got anything else planned to do these anymore at the moment, because we're obviously going back to work side of things. But I have been asked to do a few more at some point, so I've still got those on the back burner. But for the time being, that's our 10th and last one for the moment. So thank you all very, very much indeed. So take care, everybody.